We finally know the connection between these 5 people, 4 men and 1 woman, all charged in the robbery at a Charlotte mattress store and the murders of the store owners several months later. Federal authorities say they are all members of the Bloods, a national gang, and they say from behind bars, the robbery suspects conspired to have the store owners killed. All new at 11 o'clock, WBTV's Colleen Harry is digging into the court documents that spell out gang rituals and secrets. Colleen, these are really detailed accusations.
Molly, the indictment is incredibly detailed. In all, 12 were indicted for conspiracy. 6 are facing the death penalty for murder in the aid of racketeering. These 51 pages walk through the criminal plot step by step.
It's a story of alleged gang members who evidently believed they could do whatever they want to stop a criminal prosecution.
They are bold.
According to the indictment, Jamell Cureton from behind bars wrote a letter ordering the murder of Doug London because London was set to go to court and testify against Cureton, Nana Adoma, and David Lee Fudge. Police say last May, the 3 tried to rob the London's Mattress Warehouse in Charlotte. They say Cureton fired a shot. Doug London was there working and fired back, hitting Cureton and sending him to the hospital. Federal prosecutors say after police arrested them, members of the United Blood Nation began to conspire and plan London's murder. The indictment says in September, Malcolm Hartley got a gun. Later that month, Breonna Johnson allegedly joined Fudge and Hartley in a gang meeting to discuss her membership and her duty to drive Hartley to commit shootings. Tonight, Johnson's mother told me she seriously doubts her daughter was trying to be initiated into that gang. She said Johnson really liked Hartley and wanted to be cool and got caught up. But the next month, the indictment says Johnson went through with the plan, driving Hartley to the London's Lake Wylie home, where prosecutors say he murdered the couple.
Hartley and Johnson then returned here to the Charlotte area, where they began to dispose of evidence related to the murders.
But when the gang allegedly murdered a witness to beat the criminal justice system, it brought the wrath of the federal government.
You're not just attacking those 2 people, you're attacking the rule of law itself.
And the prosecutor said the gang members even celebrated after the murders were committed. Tonight, relatives of Doug and Debbie London declined to talk about the arrest, and their son said he continues to support the authorities and prosecutors in this matter. We're live in the newsroom. Colleen Harry, WBTV, on your side.
It's an unbelievable story, Colleen. Thank you. All 12 of the alleged gang members are in jail tonight. They are scheduled to be back in federal court in a couple of days.
Thanks to all the subscribers. Please like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Douglas and Deborah London were shot to death in their Lake Wylie, South Carolina home in 2014, killed to ensure their silence. 5 months after United Blood Nation gang members robbed their Pineville mattress store. UBN members of Valentine Blood said, took on a mantra when discussing their plot against the Londons. No witnesses, no case. Life sentences were handed down to United Blood Nation members Randall Fo Hankins, Nana Ratchet Adoma, and Rahkeem McDonald, mainly due to a co-defendant turned cooperator. 3 other gang members linked to the killings already are serving life sentences. According to the government, Randall Fo Hankins was a key planner of the gang's October 2014 shootings of the Londons. The couple's Pineville mattress store had been the target of an attempted robbery by 3 UBN members. Prosecutors say the Londons were gunned down to keep them from testifying against Adoma and another gang member who had participated in the robbery attempt. At the same trial, Adoma and McDonald were convicted of the 2013 execution-style slaying of Kwame Clyburn, a homeless teenager who was bound and shot 7 times with 2 different weapons in Presley Road Neighborhood Park. His offense falsely claiming to be blood, which gang members consider a capital offense. Jamell Cureton, who ordered the Londons' deaths and helped plan the hit from his Mecklenburg jail cell, along with trigger man Malcolm Hartley, both entered guilty pleas to possibly avoid death penalties. Cureton also took part in the Clyburn killing, prosecutors say. Hartley and Johnson conducted surveillance of the Mattress Warehouse of Pineville in an attempt to locate the Londons and kill them, court documents state. They not only wanted to prevent the Londons from testifying, but documents say they wanted to retaliate against the couple for previous court appearances related to the robbery case. Doug London tried to defend the store and his life, police said, when he shot and hit one of the suspects, later identified as Cureton. Cureton went to a local hospital and was arrested on state robbery charges. That's when he decided to murder Douglas London, the only eyewitness to the robbery. The indictment says Malcolm Hartley got a gun that was eventually used to kill the Londons. Breonna Johnson, also known as Breezy B, the daughter of a one-time law enforcement officer, joined Fudge and Hartley in a gang meeting to discuss her membership and her duty to drive Hartley to commit shootings. The gang members conducted a meeting in Greenville. 2 days later, the members conducted a phone meeting where they planned the killing of Doug and Debbie London. Court documents state that's when someone known to the grand jury received a text from Fudge saying that he had sent the hit, meaning he ordered the killing of the couple. Over several more meetings, the hitman, Rahkeem McDonald, along with Hartley, Fudge, Cureton, and Hankins, planned out the murder. Brianna Johnson, Breezy B, the gang girlfriend, watched Hartley retrieve the handgun he called Tessa, then cleaned fingerprints from the weapon and bullets with a red bandana. The three drove to the Londons' home. She parked and waited at the mouth of the Londons' cul-de-sac while her boyfriend, hitman Malcolm Hartley, shot the Londons after he rang their bell and they opened their front door. Cureton described Deborah London as collateral damage. After the Londons had been killed, Johnson had driven Hartley back to the Charlotte home of another gang member to celebrate a job well done and to dispose of evidence of murders. The next meeting was a celebration. In a telephone meeting, Hartley admitted to killing the couple. After the murders, Hartley was ranked up or promoted to a 2-star general for carrying out the leadership's orders. 3 months later, FBI agents knocked on Breezy B's door. According to her lawyers, the gang girlfriend known as Breezy B immediately admitted her role in the killings and shared everything she knew about the plot. Over the next 11 hours, her lawyers said she helped lead investigators to the murder weapon buried outside a gang member's home and then returned to the scene of the killing. She literally told the FBI, "I'm all in. I'll tell you everything," defense attorney Claire Rauscher told Cogburn at Johnson's sentencing hearing. She led them to all the evidence that led to all the arrests and convictions in this case. She'd been aware that the gang had been planning the hit for weeks, Gast said. On the night of the killings, Johnson had watched Hartley retrieve the handgun he called Tessa, used in the murders. Brianna Shakia Johnson, 22, was sentenced to 156 months in prison and 5 years of supervised release on charges of conspiracy to participate in racketeering activity, RICO, and murder in aid of racketeering. She is currently at FCI Tallahassee, a low-security federal correctional institution with a detention center. Her release date is April 7, 2025. Randall Foe Hankins is currently at USP Lee, a high-security U.S. penitentiary with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp serving a life sentence. Nana Ratchet Adoma is currently at USP Hazleton, a high-security U.S. penitentiary with an adjacent minimum security satellite camp. At the time of this video, the USP had suspended visits until further notice. Rahkeem McDonald is at USP Allenwood, a high-security U.S. penitentiary. He was sentenced to life. Although there are convictions in this matter, I must stress that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. Charges are only allegations, and each defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings.